How's it going, my YouTube friends? Hopefully, you all are having a fantastic weekend. As for me, it has been quite chilly and cold and rainy. I enjoy the thunderstorms, which is quite nice, but other than that, it's just kind of a pain and kind of just makes you real tired and want to just stay inside or go to sleep or just not do anything, if you know what I mean. But today I wanted to do a real quick live stream. It might be quick, it might be not. I don't know. The other night I had a quick live stream that ended after 2 hours, and I was only expecting to do maybe 10 to 30 minutes. So I was quite surprised about that. Let me get this going here. So I wanted to do a real quick kind of question, I guess you can say. A question, maybe. Um, hey, Candace. I do want to ask for sure how everyone is doing tonight. I know for me, I'm doing well. It is quite a nice evening now that the rain has stopped. But other than that, it's been just one of those days where I'm just tired. Caffeine doesn't do much. Better now that you're home from work, which is very nice to know. It's always that great feeling to get home after work when you just put your feet up and relax and just go, hey, this is an enjoyable night. I worked my butt off and I get time to myself. Maybe have an adult beverage if you're over 21 and just relax. But I just wanted to come on here because last night, after I got off the live stream, I watched a couple of these YouTubers that I watch. I guess you can say religiously. Like when a new video comes out, I click on it just to check it out. I may not watch all of it, but at least they get the view, which is, if I'm not interested in a video, hey, no shame in that. But um, I wanted to research some things about this YouTuber channel and where they came from and where they started. And I thought it was quite interesting that um, when you research, you actually learn a lot about not necessarily just a person and where they came from, but you learn a lot where you can go. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like if you think about yourself 5 years ago, did you imagine yourself where you are now? And the thing is, I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. But the thing is, when when I researched this YouTuber, they just look like babies, quote unquote, from what you're used to seeing. But they work their way up to where they're at now, and I thought that was quite interesting. For one example, is a big YouTuber that has 15 million subscribers. Well, 5 years ago, this guy only had 10,000 subscribers. So it's just interesting to see if they actually are humble where they're at or not. And this actually ties in with business as well, where you have your business, and if you want it to explode, to make it successful almost instantly is not ideal because when you do that, then you don't actually learn from the process. You don't learn from the failures or learn from the mistakes and things like that. When you slowly go along and have to deal with the struggles and deal with the everyday life of having a business or of having a full time job or if you're in school, high school, college, um, trade school, it is quite frustrating to go day in and day out, not necessarily wanting to continue, but the thing is you have to keep bettering yourself to achieve what you're ultimately wanting is a constant happiness, a constant success rate of money or freedom or whatever what it could be. You know what I mean? So that's what I was just kind of thinking about last night, where I'm just going, okay, we all have those rough times, and that's all right. That's why we continue on where we're at. And sometimes those rough times don't last as long as they could or should. It could be a week, could be a month, it could be a year. But other than that, if you just keep fighting for what you're wanting, I know I say this all the time, but if you just keep fighting for what you're wanting, you will ultimately get it. And I think that's the biggest thing is for me, I really would like to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. I mean, personally for me, but there is a lot of learning that comes with this and a lot of dedication to continue to fight for um, what I want because there's hundreds of thousands of maybe millions of people on YouTube that put up content. But I think the thing is, if you're not grinding it out and putting out those videos constantly, then what are you actually doing? You know what I mean? And it's like, you just got to keep fighting for whatever it may be and learn as much as you can from that. Take criticism to heart. Now, if you're someone's criticizing you in a rough manner, a disrespectful manner, then maybe you don't want to listen to that person. But if that person comes along and says, "Hey, I've been in your shoes. Maybe I can give you a few tips. Are you willing to listen?" Then most certainly, yeah, go ahead and listen to them and see what's going on. And that's pretty much what I was thinking about. I think going on YouTube Live is a lot easier than actually making the videos and editing them. I'm guessing because YouTube likes that we go live because it's a more personal one-on-one feature, I guess. Because there's so many different um, things that you can do with being live. Unfortunately for me, I can just do this. But today I actually went to one, two, three, four, five different thrift shops. And like I said last night, I'm going to have a video out tomorrow that's going to show everything that I found. Making the videos and editing is more difficult than I thought. Yes, it is. And it's quite frustrating at first. But again, that's where some people need to put down their pride and just say, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new. I'm a baby. Please teach me if you're able to teach me. If you're not able to teach me, I will find it somewhere else. I will adapt to what I want to do. And, you just got to keep going. And I think the thing is, if you want to edit videos, I think, it all depends on your setup, on your style of videos that you have. For me personally, I like to use what is this? Let me see real quick. I use Microsoft Movie Maker, which is an easier, I guess, software for me. I haven't used OBS Studios just yet, which I probably could, but I got to get a video out tomorrow quite quickly and efficiently as well as I can because I'm already familiar with the software. So just pretty much familiarize. Your first videos are not going to be the best videos. You can see my past videos and how I shot the videos, how I talked to the camera, how I interacted, how I kind of had that feeling between me and the audience, and it's slowly growing for me to be able to understand where you guys are coming from as well as where I'm coming from. And over time, those videos will get better and better to your style, not somebody else's style. You can always kind of copy somebody's style, but there is like kind of copying somebody's thumbprint because you can copy somebody's right thumb and use your right thumb, but you're not going to have the same exact thumbprint as that same person. Just like if I want to do thrifting videos. There's other thrifting resellers out there that do videos, but maybe I I address things differently than others, and maybe people may trust me more than others. Maybe people like the way I talk. Maybe people don't like the way I talk, so then they tune in. Maybe people hate my hair and my beard, so then they tune in and they want to see me fail, or vice versa. They want to see me succeed. But either way, people are tuning in and they're checking it out, and you gotta just not be discouraged with where you're going, and it is frustrating, but if you are patient enough to succeed with this, then I think you're patient enough to succeed with the greatness that will happen. Because I'm at 130 something subscribers, and I've been trying to push this out as much as I can, and it does take time. I'm not going to get 2,000 subscribers overnight, which it would be nice, and I am quite moldable to deal with that amount of people watching me and criticizing me, as maybe 20% of them are haters, or they're going to say things to try and irritate you because they have nothing else to do, which I think is quite entertaining, because I want to play along with them. But um, you're also going to get that 80% that want to see you succeed, or at least be entertained by you. And that's where um, I think being curious with learning where other resellers came from, or other YouTubers came from, is that you can also follow their steps, or in their shoes in that sense. Even the haters are inevitable inadvertently helping you succeed. Yes, they are, because they're giving you views, and those views help you. Especially if you get monetized, which will get more views, help you as a creator for your time and your dedication to your YouTube channel, that YouTube will pay you for the ads that come out. Therefore, you're going to be more motivated to continue to put more videos out. That's why a real big YouTuber that I know, he slowly is less motivated to do his videos, and I'm not sure if it's motivation is lacking because of the content that they're not familiar with, or like able to have, or maybe it's the content that um, that there's too many haters on there, or maybe it's because YouTube is demonetizing all the videos. But other than that, I mean, I think this person needs to just continue to be strong and push through this, because there is good people out there that just want to see you. And if you're not going to put videos out, at least go live. Just say hi to your fans. Or not even fans, just say hi to the people that follow you, because they follow you for a reason. Because I don't want people to follow me as fans. I don't want you to be a fanatic of me. I don't want you to know everything about me or follow my journey to the T. I just want you to, hear what I'm saying and where I'm coming from, and that I am trying my best to help everybody else out there that is either trying to get into a business of eBay, Amazon, because that's the only two that I really focus on, or maybe, mental health, to really figure out the struggles that you have, because we all have those struggles. And I think the best thing is find like-minded people that are open about it, not necessarily like-minded people that have gone through it, because some people that have gone through it don't want to talk about it, or cannot be able to help another. But I believe that I'm one that is able to help one another, that is interested in just hearing me out, as well as me hearing them, because sometimes we just want to be heard. It's plain and simple as that. And we want our voice out there, but we're too shy to say it. So just reach out to me. I have my Instagram. It's the same name, Thrift Hunter. The E is a 3 because I'm actually the third of my family generation. And I thought that was kind of clever. Plus, somebody else stole my same YouTube name that I was interested in. Anyways, I can always change my name. It's no big deal. But other than that, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. If any of you have questions, leave them in the comments below or let me know in the live stream because I am always all ears and eyes to see your comments and hear what you're trying to say because that's what we do here. We're here to lift each other up, not put each other down. And I will take my time out of my day to help one another that maybe is struggling with something that they don't want to tell their family or they don't want to tell a stranger. But I want people to feel at home when they come to my channel because I want this to be a family. I want it to be a family in the sense of we're here for each other and we support each other in the sense of, you know, hey, I have an issue going on. Can I chat with you? Because other people may not listen. And some YouTubers are so big out there that they have so many people messaging at the same time. And I think it would be kind of cool just to have a group of maybe less than 50 people in my chats on live and we can all share our stories, and I think that would be a lot of fun because I have so many stories about anything and everything you can think of where I've been through tough times, happy times, exciting times, dull times, such as now. Um, but it's how you fight through that and how you get out of that is what truly makes you stronger than the next person. But the thing is, when you say stronger than the next person, we're trying to raise each other up. So be careful when you say that because we want to all be strong. We don't want to be stronger than the next. We all want to be strong and we want to raise each other up. But we want to be stronger than somebody else so then we have the ability to raise somebody up because how is two weak people able to lift each other up when they don't have energy? So if somebody out there is stronger than the other five people and they help at least one person of those five, that person can then chain reaction with helping each other out. And I think that's great with the YouTube platform is just getting out there and having people listen to you and go from there because it is a scary thing to get on YouTube. It is a scary thing to make videos because we're all afraid of people judging us, but who cares? I mean, I haven't had any negative hate on any of my videos, and I have over 30 videos. And the only negative hate that I guess you could say it is things that I already know. I made a video where my music was too loud, but it has 1,200 views. People keep viewing it. Only 2 or 3 people are saying that it's negative. I get so nervous when I post, but you shouldn't be nervous because who cares? You should be posting for yourself to look back when you're older. Because I watched some of my videos back in the day and I go, I remember that time. Yep. It's like a tattoo. You look at that tattoo and you go, I remember when I was 22. I remember when I was 18. You know, you remember that said time and you go, huh, that reminds me of that one time. But that's just a picture. And it says 1,000 words, but a video probably says 1,000,000, right? So when I make my videos, I want to see the items that I find and over time how it adapts to okay, maybe video games aren't the best way to buy, best things to buy and sell on eBay. Maybe Guitar Heroes, maybe, yeah, but I got burned so many times because I bought the wrong kinds or the drum kits or cameras. I bought these, you know, used cameras that made me $30 a pop on Amazon, but then I got so many returns and all these other issues. So it's again, it's you're molding yourself to striving for the success that you deserve, as if you put in that hard work and dedication and knowledge, that helps. I mean, it really does. Oh, excuse me. It really does help. And when you do that, I mean, you can go places so far. Have that plan written out, or at least written down in your head. As for me, I want to head out to Indiana and film and stay in hotels and buy stuff, retail arbitrage, go thrifting for eBay, seeing what people have around the town, because maybe some people in that town don't want thermal printers. Maybe they don't care about it. But over in my town, they do. So they sell them out real quick. If I go to Indiana, I find a Dymo 4XL and someone only wants 25 bucks for it and it works, then I'll buy it up. I don't mind doing that. But I'm working my butt off right now currently to be able to have that freedom to travel to Indiana, to have nights at the hotel, to be able to stay at the hotel, have a place that's safe, and I can get work done while I'm there and make it a business trip and tell my CPA, hey, I'm going on a business trip. What things can I deduct? Things like that, and film along the way. I'm really looking into that GoPro Hero 7 Black. I think it's 4K and it does live streaming. And I'm sure the live streaming is probably using a hot wire or a hotspot from your smartphone to the camera, and then you can live stream that way, because I doubt the camera itself has data to be able to stream. But it's just an easier way for that camera to connect to your phone and stream that way. So I thought that was kind of interesting and kind of cool to get, but it's 350 bucks, which I have some cameras that I could sell to get that, but I have such an attachment with these cameras, and it's like I found them for dirt cheap. I know I could sell them and make $150 or so, but I fell in love with these cameras, and I just I gotta stick to them. You know what I mean? I don't know if any of you have found something that you just kind of know that you can make good money on, but you just don't want to. Let me know in the live chat or the comments below again, because I have, again, my cameras that I want to keep, even though I can make good money. I have some, I guess, retro vintage video games. I have an N64, actually, two of them. Uh, the Mario Kart 64. I also have Mario RPG and three or four different Zelda games from N64, which I think is the first platform that game came out on. I don't believe it came out on SNES. I don't think it came out on that because that software wasn't able to do it as well. But once the N64 came out, it just took off. How's it going, Maria? Wow, everyone's here. Justin's here. How's it going? Mario Kart and Zelda are the best. Yes, and they are great items to hold on tight to. Like I was just saying, is I can't get rid of my cameras. There's something that I really like, and I just noticed that I am really short on this. So, just now noticed that. There we go. Sorry about that. I looked a little short there on film. Um, but yeah, there's some Mario Kart game systems. I have an N64 that could make me good money, but I can't get rid of that because I just have that sentimental value to. And it's not necessarily as a reseller perspective, because reselling is just your job or your hobby. And I think we overthink that sometimes. And I know I do for sure, because I don't want to always have that mindset, but it's kind of integrated in us. without us knowing, and we don't mean to. But we just kind of keep trucking along with that, and that's pretty much what I feel about that. Hopefully, you're all having a fantastic Saturday. We got rained on. I know a few of you just tuned in. We got rained on pretty bad. It wasn't a thunderstorm in the sense of tornado warnings, but it was still kind of bad. I filmed more of my thrifting videos to show you some cool things that I found, but I went to 5 different places and only 2 of them had something good. It happens. It happens. So I just continue on and figure it out as I go. Um, so, yeah, it rains here like 9 months a year. Sounds like you're in the northwest coast area, maybe. Because I'm in the Midwest, so we get all 4 seasons. So some seasons are crazy. Yeah. Yep. Very cool. We picked up a new Acer Chromebook for $30. Way to make me jealous. I need to go to these estate sales, man. I need to stop going to these thrift shops where I only find 1 or 2 items, like I said. But then again, that's the same thing with estate sales. You can go to 5 estate sales and only one estate sale is going to have 2 items that you're going to profit on or something that you would want. For sure, I would probably want a Chromebook, but would I use it? Maybe. I kind of like how my computer's set up. I think a Chromebook, mistake me if I'm wrong, has a keyboard like this with all the numbers on the top, and I kind of get irritated with that because I'm not as fast at typing that way. But my computer I have currently has the 9 key that looks like this on the corner of the keyboard, which makes it a lot easier to type. But I think the thing is overall is to really just focus on where you're going. For me, I really want to focus on 2 or 3 different things, but not be overwhelmed with it. Just kind of, if you don't feel up to it that day, then hey, don't do it. Like today, I wanted to go work out, but I didn't feel up to it, so I was just on the treadmill for 2 hours. Still got a decent workout in, which some people couldn't even do that long. I think I did 2 miles or something like that. I don't remember what I did. I got on the treadmill, got a nice sweat. Get the yard sale treasure map app. I do have that. Yeah, I need to check that out. I saw at least 5 other people walk by it, and we didn't even get there until 12:30. Holy cow! And the estate sales .net app. Yes, I didn't know that there was such a thing. That there is an app for that. Estate sale. I mean, I know that there's a website for that, which is kind of cool, but most certainly we'll check that out because these thrift shops, at least that money's going to something or someone that we know and trust, if that makes sense. Um, because Goodwill, not too sure that it goes to the right hands with that money. I mean, some of their prices are wacky, like a vintage Game Boy, they mark at $30, but then you have um, an HD radio receiver that sells for $450 on Amazon, which that's a true story. I sold one, and that was marked at $60. So I don't know. I talked to a buddy of mine that works at Goodwill, and I'm sure I can talk to anybody else there, but I trust that guy. And he said that they actually scan their books. So I kind of moved away from if I want to sell books on Amazon, do not go to Goodwill, because I'm sure there is other apps up there No, you're fine, Justin. We're all just hanging out. That's what I was saying earlier. We're just hanging out. We're talking about like people being open about reselling or just overall life. And if you have struggles, I want this to be like a family type of situation. Yeah, I appreciate you guys being on here. I think that's the coolest thing that you're you're both have separate accounts, married with the same name on there. I thought that was really cool. Two of these $5, one brand new at a state sale too. I have seen those. Yeah, the VR things. I believe. Give me one moment. Sorry about that. Hey, flipping particles. I believe instead of a Samsung, I found this Google one, this Google device thing that has like little Velcro, and then you have the little eyeball things in there, and you can put your phone in there. It's the cardboard one. I got this for like $3, and it actually is pretty stinking cool if you ever get your hands on one of these for super cheap. But those big bulky ones are kind of cool because they're hands free, and it's kind of more of an immersive situation. But um, you're still able to use that 3D option, and I thought that was cool. So yeah, it is. Yes, that is such a '90s thing, and I found one, but sadly, it wasn't like a sought after '90s viewfinder, Viewmaster. I think they called Viewmasters. Some of them, like the brand name. Um, but I think I found that, and it didn't go for too much. I think people overprice them at these consignment places and these stores where they think, well, this is new. This is what people like. 40 bucks, please. And you're like, I can get it on Amazon for $2. What are you doing? But it just doesn't make sense. Got a ridiculous amount of brass, Marlboro belt buckles, and keychains as well. Those are big sellers. Sadly, any like tobacco product brand up, like the higher brands like Camel, um, Marlboro, I think Paul Malls, maybe Lucky Stripes, something like that, are for sure will sell, because I found a canteen which I don't have anymore because I sold it. I had a canteen that said Marlboro on it, and it sold, I think, 2 months. But my investment was like $2, and it sold for 25, something like that. I found a Marlboro jacket shirt that was kind of cool, and I have a Polaroid camera that was a gift, like a promotion for Ameristar. No, not Ameristar. Casino Queen. I thought that was kind of cool. Where you can find so many weird things out there. And who knew? I mean, to keep for yourself, to thrift, to keep. But I was pretty much saying earlier is that once you're a reseller, it's kind of hard to not be a reseller. But at the same time, you kind of got to like just let it be, so then you're not so immersed and 100% focused on it, because over time that's really going to wear you down. Because I mean, there's some purchases that I just don't make because I figured maybe I can go to a thrift shop and find it. But I mean, when I really need that item, so it's like I don't want to have that mindset, but it's also that thrifting mentality, that frugalness that I have and that most of us have, is going out there and just going, well, I didn't think I wanted this or needed this, and I can actually use it very well. Just little things like my little keyboard, like I showed you. I didn't think I needed it. I didn't think I wanted it, but it turns out I use it quite a lot. I bought two or three. These two were out of box, and I couldn't really sell them for much. But hey, I use it. I even buy our groceries on clearance. I do too. Trust me, I'm that guy that's like looking at the little labels. If you look closely, let's say two peanut butters, for example. One is $3.99, the other's $4.99, different jar sizes, and then it has the little numbers, the cents or how much it is per ounce. I always buy the lowest one, even if it's a name brand or not. You know, do that. And it's a great way to try new foods. That is very true. But you always got to check expiration dates on your food that you are purchasing, because you don't want to get something that's a manager special that's marked down from $10 to $2, only to find out you have 2 days to consume the item, especially if it's like a dairy item or something like that. Um, but I mean, it's great to just open up your mind to a whole bunch of things out there. Not necessarily just with foods, but like anything. Art. I've seen some cool art piece work. I've seen in my oldest video that I made, I found a Bob Ross paint kit, but I'm not going to actually use it. I'm selling it, but it still opens up your mind. Like I'm saying, curious brings knowledge. Is I'm curious why. Yeah, that's true. They are suggested dates, but curious brings knowledge within the sense of now I'm curious. Who is this Bob Ross? People talk about him all the time. Who is he? Well, it turns out he was actually a military guy and yada yada yada, and he kind of kept to himself with his life, and he didn't think too much. No, excuse me. With he didn't think too much with selling his products. He wanted to sell painting classes. He wanted people to get in the door of painting and how simple it is to paint. And since there's so many people that were wanting his attention, I think the thing is he didn't necessarily think that he could help all these people, so he kind of made like a price for the people that are serious about it, you know. But yeah, I'm just hanging out, just kind of jibber jabbing in right now. I'll probably get off of here soon because I'm hungry. There's a scanner that will tell you if the food on your fridge is bad. It's stupid. I have seen that. I have seen that. I think it's like $600 or something like that. And it's like a weird pen like thing. If I'm remembering what you're talking about, but yeah, I think it's like a pen like thing that you use in your like vegetables and fruits. I think it works on meat too, but steak is a lot different because the bacteria is on the outside of the steak. So you cook that off, and that's why you can have like medium rare food of steak. Um, but with poultry and um, can't think right now. Pork, poultry and pork. You really gotta be careful with what you make and make sure that it's at a high enough temperature. Which, speaking of, I needed a thermometer. I bought one years and years ago when I worked at Home Depot, and I bought it for like $2 or $3. It's the little short meat thermometer you put in your meat, and the little thermometer goes up. But those weren't working too well, especially if I'm going to be grilling in the springtime and summertime, fall time. because I won a barbecue pit, which is a whole nother story with winning that big barbecue pit. But I needed a thermometer to make sure that my chicken was cooked at the right temperature. I think it's 165 degree Fahrenheit. And I decided to go and go thrifting, and I look in these bags, and there is a meat thermometer sitting in a two or $3.99 bag at Savers, and snatched it up. Had even the battery in it, and there's a timer on it with a long cable that you can put in your barbecue pit and close the door on there. It's heat safe, as well as your oven. You can put the thermometer in there. And I just got a sale for Dove soap bars. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's a nice little sale. Sometimes I'm not getting notifications. We bought 3 or 4 18-inch tabletop grills from our grocery store a couple years ago on clearance for like $4.50 and sold them the next summer for $25 to $30. And that's an easy sale too. You can buy, I think the best thing to do is buy things that are not in season and wait till they're in season. Like for me, I have a really cool Super Soaker gun that I skipped out on selling for last season because I just didn't have the box, or I didn't get around to listing it. But it works perfectly, and I could probably fill it up with water, put it at a garage sale, demonstrate it for people if they're interested. But since it's a garage sale, people aren't going to give me as much money. Maybe like an offer up group, because it is one of the first Super Soakers that is out there. And again, go back to my title, Curiosity brings knowledge. And the thing is, I was curious who made the Super Soaker. And it was actually a NASA engineer or something like that. And he saw his kids playing water balloons and things like that, and he decided to make some type of like device that would shoot water out of a bottle. Local apps do great for us. Okay, yeah, I think that would be good because I mean, I'm going to set it at a decent price, the same going price as eBay would, because I always get irritated when I go on there and I'm looking for something I want to buy and their price is $60 and I go on eBay and it's 40. Why don't I just buy it on eBay? At least I have a return policy and I have PayPal protecting me as well as eBay protecting me. You buy a ton of seasonal stuff at our grocery store for 90% off all the time, which is very, very smart. Especially like spices, those spice rubs. Good things to purchase. Especially when that season hits, because I would probably want to buy those spice rubs and I don't want to go to my store because the store would sell them, let's say $9, but eBay, you can easily list them for $8, undercut what they're selling for online because you bought them at the lower price, because you bought them on the clearance, 90% off. Very smart thinking. Very, very smart. And here I thought I was going to do a short little live video, but you guys are great. You guys are keeping me here as I'm like, I'm hungry. I want to go eat. No, I'm just kidding. I can stay. Check Amazon prices for when selling on local apps. People will pay those prices as well. Yeah, because I think the thing is, people on local apps kind of understand how much the items go for. For example, this thing, bought it for $2. I don't know if I want to sell it. I haven't really thought about it. I just kind of tuck it away in my drawer. But with this item, I mean, I would look up, see what eBay and Amazon say, and go with the higher price at least. And then if people want to swindle me down, it's $20. If they drop it down to 16 because they said I saw it on eBay for 16, fine, I'll sell it for 16, no big deal. And all day long you can do that. I think that's a smart tip. Yeah, I'm only on like my 3rd year doing the eBay, and this is my 2nd year on YouTube consistently now. We get people who will drive 3 hours to buy things from us. That is nuts. That's nuts. That's 3 hours there and then 3 hours back. That's 6 hours. And that's maybe those are resellers, or maybe that's somebody that's a collector of some sort that really, really wants your product. Because for me, I mean, it's got to be super good. Like, and a really good price too. Because, like, if someone said, I have 15 N64s and I'll make them $20 a piece, I'll drive 30 miles. I'll drive 3 hours to go get that. That's a good price. Did that in December to get my son a video game for Christmas. Yeah. See? All day long. Pawn shops are good too, which I haven't gone to in a while. I know I cannot really film in there. It kind of makes me nervous to film because I'm not sure. But College Picker, he found an item for, it was that Nintendo Switch for $150. And it was originally $200 there, but there was a small crack on the screen, which he already knew because us resellers already know on how these things work because we pay attention to things. There was a screen protector on top of that. That was just cracked, not the actual screen. So you can just peel off that screen protector and you got a good looking thing. Pawn shops are kind of hit or miss for us. Yeah, must if been a good or rare game. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I mean, I have, let me see here. I thought I had them. Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, I thought I had them here, but I must have put them away. But whew. I see my candy box sitting here and I really want some Mike and Ike's right now. But it's empty. Guess we'll just leave it there. Anyways, yeah, I found 2 Nintendo Switch games that were pretty popular, and that I think I bought them for $24 a piece, and I'm just sitting on them because any Nintendo game, it goes up in price for sure. I mean, even the old school can't think, handheld game systems, these things. I mean, $5 garage sale. Oh, garage sale all day on the Nintendo DS's. I think I got this at a garage sale. But a key tip is if it doesn't have the pen, hey, $5 for a pack of 4 or 5 of those pens all day long. I mean, make sure that you have it there. All the stores sold out. It was the new Bindi, the Ink machine game. No, I'm okay. I had steak for dinner and that's all I had. And I really want sweets, which is bad. And I just want sweets. And I know I shouldn't because that's not good for you. You shouldn't eat sweets. What's up, Pokemon? I think, is Mike still streaming? I don't want to take all his people. Let me see. Oh, he is done. How long ago did he stop? I guess he just stopped. I guess everyone's joining in my stream. Yeah, I just see that you just ended 2 minutes ago. That's why everyone's here. Yeah, that's awesome. As I was just about to head out, but I don't want to anymore. I can stay for a little bit. Yeah. You just ended. Yeah, I see that. That was pretty fun. Him and Emily were so funny. Oh my goodness. Hey, Lydia. Customs here. Johnny. Yep, you're Oh, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Excuse me. Excuse me. I was looking at the wrong screen. Um, I went to his stream and I thought they were all talking to me and I'm like, what the heck? I don't have that. I have to make sure I'm on the right screen. I'm not really there all tonight, am I? That's all right. It's the weekend. Who cares? Let's just relax. Who cares? No judgment, right? And if you're gonna judge, hey, you gotta judge yourself first. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Greninja. Dude, you did. I think I saw you play a little bit. I know Claychu played some. Not too bad. I really want to play Fortnite, but I don't know if I'm very good at it. But I don't have the the setup for it. My laptop, I tried, but there's so many like my computer is not a gaming computer whatsoever. I guess the gaming capture card is not very strong. And I don't have a PS4 or an Xbox One. You got a Discord server? Just wonder. I do not, but I probably should. As much as I play Fortnite, I'm horrible. I guess that all comes down to learning how to play. You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's mainly based around building because if you can build super well, then you can focus on the building and then you can learn on how to shoot and all the weapons and whatnot. Ken's still new at Fortnite. Yeah, that is very, very true. But I mean, just game systems. I wish I could find a Switch like that guy did, but I highly doubt I can find the Switch at Goodwill yet, unless someone's gonna already snatch it up. But you never know. I find GameCubes. I found two GameCubes at a thrift shop once. I think I need to go to. I just said it. What was that? A pawn shop to see if they have a Nintendo Switch for cheap. It's all about building. Yes, and that's what makes you good. And that's the weirdest thing because I watched Tifu, which Tifu and Ninja are and another dude I don't remember. They're the only three guys that are like professional level. Those big guys up there, like Phase group that I watch, and I see it, and it's all about like editing your builds and things like that. You love Game Cubes. That's my second favorite game console behind the original Game Boy. Fun fact: I have two original Game Boys, two from thrift shops, and I had to pay a pretty penny for them. Unfortunately, probably $20 to $30 each, which I guess isn't all that bad. But the face is actually coming off because the glue was popping off. But hey, when I tested it out, I just kept playing. I love it. I love it. I think I really like. It was called the Game Boy Pocket Color. I know that there was a Game Boy Pocket that came out after the Game Boy because it was thinner, and then it became see-through, which I'm guessing that was not just a marketing for kids to play, but for prisons. Not lying. Not lying. They make see-through game systems and TVs. I actually found a clock that was see-through, and I think that was for prison. I thought that was kind of interesting. I got a Game Boy, a Game Boy Color, and a Game Boy Advance. I wish I had a Game Boy Color so bad. I have one of those small Game Boy Advance. They're called the SP101, I believe. There's different ones out there. And it's kind of cool that I can like match up with you guys that like to game and resellers at the same time because you got to be open-minded if you're a reseller to go, okay, maybe games do sell. As well as gamers, well, maybe I can be open-minded on thrifting because I may find a new game that somebody may not have. See through is called translucent. Thanks, Murray. I also have a Game Boy printer. I have seen those, and I'm sure you have that cool like the first web camera, those cameras that the Game Boys went in, and you stuck it on there, and then it prints out and you look like a big potato and you can barely see all your blurry pixelations on there. Yeah, that's bringing back memories for sure. That is really cool. Um, but yeah, I like the old school stuff. It's kind of comforting to remember these things that we had, even if you're not of the '90s age. I printed out my complete Pokedex from Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Crystal. Holy cow! I think there's like 130, 160 different Pokemon back then. But yeah, I'm searching for that one game, that Game Boy Color. I find them at thrift stores, but the back plate's missing and it just looks all crummy. And I really don't know how to fix it up, or if I want to fix it up, I don't have the right tools to unscrew the little the weird, you know what I'm talking about, the weird screws that they have. It's not like a regular Phillips head or flathead. But I mean, hey, I also have a Linux 2 from Atari, which was thrifted, and that was probably $15, and I think it goes for like 60 hex head screws. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm giving you a shout out on my next video, Mr. Juxtapose. I'm gonna give you a shout out. Hopefully, my viewers will find your channel, and then you can take off as well, and they can follow you. But I am gonna give you a shout out because I found something which I don't want to give it away. I found something that you and I were talking about on a live stream, and I found it at the thrift shop. So yeah, not a problem. I just weird, man. I'm going to all these thrift shops and I look and I'm going, is that really what it is? That's really what we are thinking about and that I should get? Checked it out. If it doesn't work, I can sell it for some good money. If it does work, then hey, it's all good. The certificate for completing the Pokédex, 151 and 250 in Crystal. Ooh, you must have had a lot of that paper to print all those out because they're little square things on there, I believe. I'm not too sure. I do know, which is out of context. I do know I need to figure out how to like say when I'm going live because I was 30 minutes in and then slowly people started joining. So I need to figure out how to set up a schedule, but sometimes I just don't think about it. I know 9 p.m. is good, but there's other resellers out there that they may want to watch me. It wasn't the Pokédex itself, it was a certificate that someone gives you in the game. Oh, okay. I guess that's pretty difficult to get then. I haven't played that game. I actually had the original Pokemon Red and Blue for the Game Boy Color, and I think I lost it. Or I think my friend stole it, but didn't say that they stole it because why would they do that? Because they stole it. But yeah, that sucker goes for like $60 to $80 in good condition with the case and the manual book. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I am trying. I think I'm up to 133 subscribers, so it's kind of nice that people are attending my videos here. What's up, Custom? I appreciate you checking out my videos, man. I really appreciate that. Especially check out if you're gonna watch any of them. I think one of my favorite ones that I did, not only did I do the most work in editing, but the most work was the one where I'm doing a thumbs down in the thumbnail, talking about is it worth it or something like that, something about the bar. Find the certificates. I'll find the certificates for you and DM a picture of them on Discord. That would be awesome. I would appreciate that. Yeah. And I guess it'll just pop up that you sent me a message and I accept or decline. I'm not too sure with how Discord truly works. I'm learning. But I know I should probably go on there like you guys did as I'm seeing self promotion. Um, but I don't know how to do that before I'm live. I guess it'll give me a code. Let me see here. It'll give me a code and then I can just put that on there or something like that. I check everyone's channel once. We talk to see if there's content, so I check you out once and seen yours. Seen yours! Seen yours! I'm just kidding. I will go look out for that video, but yeah, it's like 3 or 4 videos back. This code is really not hard to do. I didn't think so. And maybe I should create my own, but I don't know how to get people there unless it's YouTube people to go there. Or you can share the link once you launch the live. Okay, I will learn that. I think, yeah, because when I had it set up, it said that it was waiting for people to join, and then I could just hit that share button, and then it makes a link, and I can throw it on Facebook or Twitter or something like that if I want people to join in. But today, it's just, there's nothing really much to talk about. Pretty much, I already talked about it with, like, resourcing or researching anything to really learn from it. Of course, that's what research is, but it gives you a step up. Yep. I'm talking about the video where you're doing thumbs down in the thumbnail. That is the one. That is the video. It's kind of clickbaity, kind of not. But that video, well, that thumbnail is from the video. It's just at the end. So you kind of got to watch it. But it's kind of boring at the beginning because I do go to the post office and things like that. But right after that, I thought that was a pretty good day at the bar. Again, you just have to see it. I don't mind that there's not a lot of views, but that's just one of my favorite ones. Especially the one where I donated all my hair. I wasn't the best at filming and being on camera because that was 2 years ago. Let me see if that is. Let me make sure. Yep, that is the video. Let me... If you want to skip everything, I should probably do that. If you want to see what I'm doing, you can skip to... And I even did the music. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah, if you want to skip through all the mumbo jumbo, you can just go 2 minutes in. And you can see what I'm talking about. It's thunderstorming. You must be on the East Coast because we just got thunderstorms here. It wasn't too bad here, but it was still enough to like discourage people. Actually, it didn't discourage anybody from going out and shopping. Kind of did the opposite where everyone was at the thrift stores. Michigan, yeah, Midwest-ish. So I guess that's east of me, but oh man, I'd rather have thunderstorms than snowstorms any day. I just hate this cold. It just freezes you. Like I don't think human beings are supposed to be moving around during the wintertime because look at bears. They hibernate. And look at birds, they fly away. I just got scared. My light on the top of the inside of my car wouldn't turn on, and I thought the car wouldn't start. Oh, that might just be a burnt out bulb. Tiffy is scared. Need to go take care of her. Oh, your little cat? I think I remember from Discord. You have a little kitty cat that gets scared. That's around 8 years old. I hope my memory serves me correctly. I don't want to miss too much here. Love the cold, hate the snow. Fair enough, yeah. We don't get a lot of thunderstorms. That's... I guess that's more of Seattle gets more like rainstorms, not necessarily thunderstorms. Oh, the puppy. Okay. Kid's not afraid of anything. Then that must have been maybe Clay Chew on Discord that was talking about their scared cat. I try and remember. My memory's not the best. A few a year sometimes. Yeah. As I just saw in the news, Los Angeles had a snowstorm for a little while. Like, um, maybe there's something to this global warming that we should be concerned about because Los Angeles, the nice weather state area city, is getting snow. And it looked like wet snow, but still it's snow. 3 hours south of Seattle. Okay, so that might be why you just kind of just missed that. So that's kind of nice. I watch a channel called Cult Moo, which are located in, I think it's Seattle, Washington, something like that. Global warming. It's cold down here in South Carolina. Funny. That's just like when the president said, man, that global warming needs to kick in. It's really cold. I'm not going to get political, but 45 minutes north of Portland, Oregon. Okay, I vaguely know. It's weird being in the Midwest. I know more of the East Coast states and area than the West Coast, which sounds really weird. I mean, I do know if you go straight across, you got Kansas, Colorado, Utah, Nevada, and then California. How's it going, Rusted Raccoon? Hey, welcome. I appreciate you joining me. We're just chit-chatting about winter, which is the most basic conversations to have, you know what I mean? It's funny how when it snows, ice ends up falling and not snow. That is pretty interesting. That is the wonders of life that we have. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I thought, yeah, I'm losing my mind. Yep. Oh, this live stream stuff is different. I'm just not used to it. I mean, I'm used to talking to a camera and editing out what I say. The ums and uhs and so all that good stuff. Candy new name. Yeah, everyone, welcome. We're all just hanging out. I'm trying to upload a video soon for tomorrow, probably around 6 or 9. I may not live stream if I do an upload. She'll be right back. Got to take care of some business. Hey, no worries. West Coast, Washington, Oregon, California. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. But then again, you have the Dakotas, and then you have Montana, which I'm not 100% sure where that's located. I guess that's west of Dakotas. I wasn't the best in geography. I kind of farted around in that class, and I barely made it with a C average. But I was really good at coloring the maps in high school. They said, well, you need to color the maps. And the teacher of the geography class, he was also the soccer coach. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I guess you can do a bunch of anything you want. Just like my math teacher was the cheerleading coach at my school, and then I think 2 or 3 years after I graduated is now the assistant principal at another school. Let me plug in my phone. But yeah, most people that are joining me, it's kind of nice. You guys are resellers and just the game crew, which is always fun. But I really do think I need to $8.99 for soap. 2 bars for $8.99. Not bad. Those are states with a coast. Oh, okay. Washington, Oregon, and California. Okay, that makes sense. And then I think I've been to the edge or almost the border of New Mexico because I went out to Colorado with a buddy and we took a nice little drive everywhere. I, in a legal state of marijuana where you can smoke weed, he had quite a bit and I just was not used to it. It was a nice experience at the same time of this is interesting. I mean, I'm comfortable but uncomfortable at the same time because we live our lives in certain states and areas and just demographics, society, um, of knowing that that's not right, that's not good to smoke or something like that. The stigma behind it, and then I go to a state where everyone's like, "Hey, it's whatever, whatever, man. Just if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't, don't." There's no pressure. No one pressures you to smoke weed. I mean, that's the weird thing. Legal here too. Yeah, all the West Coast, man. You got a lot of open-minded politicians out there and senators and people like that. But here in the Midwest, we kind of like want to. They stick to their guns and they stick to what's the word, conservative. Because the Bible Belt, and they want to stick to what it has been for so long and so many centuries. But sadly, it doesn't work that way. Our society grows as it grows because what we do now, we really, there's no fit for us to do what we did 10 years ago because that doesn't make sense. There's trends and different things out there. Weed makes me sick. My birthday is 420. I think that's 420 is Earth Day, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, even if it's legal, I mean, people can ingest it different ways. I know a guy in California that it does make him sick when he does smoke the actual herb itself. But if he does like vape or consumables, he's completely fine because he just doesn't like the smell of it. And it actually does help people. And I think we need to get rid of that stigma of it hurting people, but it is what it is. I mean, same thing with alcohol, but alcohol is a whole new entity and it's a whole new story. I think sadly we know at least one person, either in our family or a friend or someone that we used to work with, that may have an issue with alcohol and that it may affect their life, you know? Absolutely. CBD oil helps people too, but some people don't realize that CBD oil is a little more effective if there's a little bit of THC. And I've done my research on this, and they sell different oils and stuff like that where there's CBD of 20 milligrams to 1 milligram of THC, which doesn't necessarily make you have that hallucinogenic effect of the highness, but it still helps you with pain relief for sure. Last time I smoked, I puked for 20 minutes and passed out. Holy cow! How much did you do and how strong was that stuff, man? Oh, that's crazy. I guess it's not for you. I mean, at least you tried it in a legal state, of course, because I don't want to condone doing an illegal drug. Especially if I'm drinking here, I don't want to condone people under 21 to drink because it's illegal. It's just the rules, We all have to follow certain rules. 2 hits, man. Whew. One hit, I told him not to. Just one. Justin, just do one. Just one. Exhale. What are you doing? Exhale. Exhale. Then you pass out. But yeah, maybe your body's not used to it. Yeah, that too. Some people get migraines from being around that smoke. Allergic to it. Yeah. Just like some people are allergic to cats, cats can be allergic to humans. think about that one. Some people don't think about that, but it's true. Some cats can be allergic to humans. Smoked it as a teen for years. Maybe your tolerance changed. I don't know. Maybe it's stronger or something. I'm not sure. But I like the fact that it can help people, cancer patients too. Back in 1999, my mom had cancer, and the doctor said, "Hey, you want medical marijuana? You want marijuana?" Which baffles me because I didn't think that that was even an option back then. But she turned it down. But again, I was only 10 years old, so I didn't know all this. I only know this now because my dad told me. So it's just kind of interesting to see how this grows. You know what I mean? Again, to be conservative, that's a good and bad thing. I'm not saying it's good or bad, or one. It doesn't have to be one of those. But I'm saying that how life progresses, and if we stay in the past, we're not going to get anywhere, because if we stay in the past, we're not going to get anywhere. I don't think people want to lug around a CD player all day long, having to put batteries in it or charge it, just because they want to not further in development of society, technology, mental thinking, anything like that. You know what I mean? If you go to a concert around here, you'll probably leave with a contact high. I have heard that. Depending on the concert you see here, it's the same. Yes, it's almost any concert you go to, actually. I've never gone to a country. Well, I've been to one country concert, and I think people are mainly dipping, chewing tobacco. Um, See, that's why I have this thrifted. I guess that's the conservative people. I think that's the conservative people buying the CDs because what's an MP3 player? I don't know. It actually does sound good. My CD players, I have to test them out, just like my game systems, I have to test out. But in reality, I'm just having fun playing them. But actually, it sounds good. Just like this, I'm testing out boombox. It's pretty freaking cool. Big old speaker here. Got quick little knobs right there. Nice back. You can put big batteries. I think they're C or D's in there. I even cleaned this off because it had that weird foam that disintegrated. And then you can actually plug it into. Yeah. People still buy Zunes. I actually sold a Zune. And they pay a lot of money too, for sure. Yeah, Marie. Yeah, I bought one $25, sold it for 60 to 80 bucks. Of course, you have to test them and clear off any videos or pictures that may be on them. Like, you got to make sure that you clean it up. And that's why I'm kind of concerned with I have a Samsung Blu-ray player thing that I'm concerned because it's kind of like you can have apps on there. I don't know what the websites are. I need to get a remote to be able to get in on that because I can't factory restore it quickly with being on there. But most certainly, if you get anything like that, like a phone or a memory card or a camera, I even did a video, which I don't think I have it here. I never know where I put things anymore. Right here, If you have film, which is of course not in here because it's not the same one, but if you have film, just destroy it unless it's in like factory packaging and you are 100% sure that it has not been used. Just destroy it because it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it at all to go, okay, I'll sell you it with the film, or I'll give you, I found this in one of my cameras, these little memory cards, and I'll ship it to a customer without testing it and seeing what's on there. And the thing is, with the memory cards on a camera, like digital cameras, even on the memory card, if you wipe that clean and you take out the memory card, make sure you take it out and then, excuse me, and then turn on the camera again and look through the storage because the internal storage can maybe have up to 6 to 8 photos. And even then, that might not be a good thing because there might be some bad photos on there. So if you're going to be selling digital cameras, just wipe it clear. I mean, it's not worth the risk. I'm telling you. Some people, I'm guessing some people have dealt with that risk, but it's nothing like you shipping out film and then someone going, um, how lovely is this photo on there? Great for keeping stick matches dry. Yeah, I think it's perfect for that actually. When I was a kid, we put what people call now oobleck in there. I guess it was called oobleck then. I don't know. We used that cornstarch and water and food dye. We put that in here, and it was kind of fun. Yeah. I don't even know what else to put in here. I guess I could put coins. Maybe like bottle caps. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Can't even get it right. Never works when you want it to, I'm telling you. There. Of course. Anyway, you saw it. But yeah, the little, you can put bottle caps in there. I don't think people can use them as like ashtrays or something. But I did find this. Speaking of ashtrays, I went to my sister told me to check out this liquidation site where they buy Walmart like returns and broken items and stuff like that. I already spent $500 there and lost so much money because I didn't know what I was doing, and half of it was broken, and I just didn't know what I was doing. You're new, and I had a lot of money, and now I'm broke, and I'm smarter because I'm broke. So I guess it's good to be broke and smarter as you learn and really cherish the money that you receive. But anyways, I went there and I found it's over here. It was in a trash can, and I found two Avon perfumes, colognes, just sitting in the trash, and they were practically full. I maybe a couple squirts out of them or something like that. Like they weren't brand new wrapped, but I said that they were brand new on eBay. Each one sold for $35. It was nuts. Use the mini M&M tubes for quarters, the small ones that hold $11, and the large ones that hold 21. Great for yard sailing. That's not a bad idea. I like that idea. Yeah, because then you get your candy and then you have double features with that. I have a really cool place that's near me. It's a arcade brewery, and they call it Two Plumbers, which makes sense because Mario and Luigi are plumbers. They're two plumbers. And you go there and you play retro games, and they give you this little coin thing for free because I asked them about it. And you can put quarters in there. I think it's up to $10, but that sounds like the small one can hold up to 11, and then the bigger one for 21. So that's a bigger tube in that. And these guys, they just give them to you. And what I do is I put as many quarters as I can in there, and then I go to the car wash and use it like that. But most certainly, yard sales, that's a great idea. Yeah, it's a very fun place to go. Yeah, it's in downtown, like my downtown, not big town. But yeah, most certainly it is. It's quite interesting. That's a good. Thank you, Marie, for that. I appreciate that. Giving me a idea to do that, which I'll probably have the little coin thing too. I also learned keep your big bills in your wallet and your smaller bills in like your pocket. So, like have maybe $30 in fives, and then or $20 in fives, and then $10 in ones, and then more money in your wallet. So then when you take out your money and be like, oh, I don't have $25 for that. Will you take only 20? And most likely the person will be like, ooh, I see the money. I see the money right there. I'm not going to turn it down because I see the money right there. I want that money. I don't give a crap about this thing. Am I really going to fight over $5? So most likely they will just say, okay, yeah, I'll take $5 cheaper. Sell the empty tubes at our yard sale for 50 cents each. Nice. Nice. And you bought them for your own self, those mini M&Ms. And now you're making me hungry for sweets now. Dang it. Should have thrown this Mike and Ike box away. But yeah, for sure, that's really cool. But two other items that I found at that trash can was this like carabiner? No, not carabiner. Survival bracelet. This was there, which isn't all that much money. It's just kind of cool. Make your deal before you even touch money. That's very true too. That's a great idea. Because then that does make sense. So I guess I should retract what I was saying with having so much money. That does make sense because if you say it's a $25 item, you say I'll go 20, and then you can barter and be like, hey, 20 out the door, but then they don't know what that means. You just say 20 or I'll leave. And they're like, oh, okay. That does make sense. Real quick, before I go off tangent, I found this portable ashtray from Bic. I didn't even know these things existed. And I know they don't sell for a lot, but I got it in the trash. And I'm just going, hey, that's kind of cool. So if I know a smoker, I'd just be like, stop littering. Throw your cigarette butts in this. Put it in your pocket. Snap it up. You won't smell it. And then throw away your cigarette butts. Because it's not... I think it takes a long time for those things to decompose. I haven't smoked in like 15 years, so I'm not too sure. And I know it's not all cotton. I think it's like a plastic polymer cotton mix or something like that. I don't know. But I have been talking for about an hour and a half without a drink. It's not a bad idea to keep some money separate. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I kind of learned that from Craigslist Hunter, I think. He said something like that. Because I've saw him in his videos, he takes out one hand and he has like a $1 bills and fives. And then when he goes to like more expensive things, it looks like he actually goes into his wallet and takes out 20s, 50s, and hundreds. Because first off, you're less likely to get robbed, which is highly unlikely anyways, especially if you're in a good neighborhood that you know. But it's less likely for you to be robbed. I smoke, but I'm asinine and not throwing on the ground or out a window. You're asinine about not throwing the butt out on the ground or out the window. So I guess you use your ashtray. I'm getting really distracted for some weird reason right now. But I think that's best so then they don't see how much money you have. Plus, it kind of looks weird when you're haggling only $5 with somebody and then you pull out a wad of hundreds. That kind of looks bad on your part because you have the money for that item. But then again, I guess they think that you don't want to part ways with that. But cans. Yeah, that would. I guess I get what you're saying too. Like you can put your cigarettes and your butts in the cans, like soda cans or something like that. I think that's what I'm getting. I get what you're saying. I get you. But I am so ready for garage sale. Garage, yeah. See, then you can just recycle the can and be like, hey, I'm done with it. Because I think they burn up the cans and anything that's inside. But yeah, when garage sale season gets here, which I'm sure it kind of is, because I saw a yard sale or some type of banquet sale or something when I was driving around today. But I do have that garage sale app, and I am going to be using it quite a bit. And what else? I'm going to learn as much as I can from other resellers that are on here with garage sales. The less interested you look about the item, the better the deals you can make. Oh, well, that makes sense. Because then they're going to think that you don't really care about purchasing that said item. So then if they go lower, if they don't go lower at your price that you want, they're going to lose the sale because you could care less. You would only buy it, again, for that $25 item, and you say 20, and you could care less. If they don't go down to the 20, then they have a feeling that you're just going to walk away. That does make sense. I'm learning. Normally, I kind of feel bad for buying their stuff for super cheap. Like Polaroid cameras, I bought one for $7 and it sold for $49. Kind of felt bad, but this is a business, and I'm slowly getting away from feeling bad about these people because it's their price. I'm not ripping them off. I say, hey, can I give you 7 for this instead of 20 or 15 or whatever they want? Yeah. Yeah, that's the hardest thing is to go, okay, I don't want to rip these people off, but they're not the ones that are taking their time with dealing with eBay, taking the pictures, sending it out, buying the packing materials, having the whole light up set up, paying for your phone bill that's using for eBay, your gas money for driving out there, your coffee that you just bought in the morning because you don't normally get up at 5 or 6 a.m. Watch some of the Golden Finger Picker. Shows a bunch of techniques he uses. I do watch that guy, but I haven't watched him in a while. Sadly, the last video I saw of him was him. Come on, magnet fishing, and I thought that was really cute because there were some kids that were hanging out around him, and they're like, "What you doing? What you find? Can I try?" That was really cute. Let me get this on here. Him and his wife are just a great pair because it's like she knows certain things just as well as he knows certain things, and they just go along that way. I thought that was cool. It also helps that they live, I think, in Florida, so he can go. Now he has his little his treasure detector that goes out there. He's having health issues and taking care of grandkids. I didn't know he had grandkids. Shoot. He looks good for his age. I'm guessing he's in like his 50s or so. I didn't know he had health issues. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, they do a lot of live streams too. The Alabama picker was on there with the Golden Finger Picker. And then Mike with Global Voodoo. I've seen a couple of his videos for sure. I just got to go back to what I used to watch back in the day. I don't know why that's not. Yeah, for sure. I have to go back to what I used to watch when I first started watching YouTube with reselling and great items to find. But techniques are really great because you can make a lot of money um, with certain things. And I'm trying to open up my mind to what certain things I like to look for. I mainly like electronics, but I don't want to go into glass, even though that there is good items to purchase with like crystal and mugs, coffee mugs. But I tried coffee mugs with Starbucks. They didn't sell, and I even priced them correctly. I even did coffee machines, which sold a lot, and I think that made me a lot of money back on Amazon because I would take coffee machines, clean them up, the Keurig machines, and I made a lot of money with that, which is a funny story because I got so many. A customer purchased a carafe. I feel like I'm too low on here. I don't know. Am I okay? I think I am. I don't know. I'm sorry. Now I'm just kind of cabby wonkus. Whatever wonkus. There. Now we're at eye level. Um, and that the person bought a carafe from Keurig, and that they said that it was the wrong one and that it wouldn't work for their machine. And I'm like, okay, fine. Go ahead and return it. No big deal. I only spent 3, 4 bucks, pennies on the dollar for the item. Sold it for maybe $20 to $30. I said, fine, return it. No big deal. I'll just resell it. And all of a sudden, I got this big box in the mail. What is this? Is this a return? It looks like a return label. Turns out her husband mixed up the labels with the return. Mine went on theirs, and theirs went on mine. And they were trying to return the Keurig machine, one of the Keurig machines that they did not like, back to that reseller. I'm guessing it's a reseller. And when they did that, I messaged her and I'm like, I think you sent back the wrong machine. I was supposed to have a carafe. And they said, oh, I'm sorry. And I said, that's fine. Let me try and see what I can do. Well, 30 days go by. They never messaged me. I never messaged them. I guess they figured it out with the the person that they're sending it to, because it was a decent Keurig. Because they said, "Do you want to buy it?" And I'm going, "No, I don't want to buy it, but I'm not shipping it back to you at my cost. You made the mistake. You shipped me that. I'm not. I'm already getting hit with a return of an item that you don't want. And now you want me to return the item that you messed up on?" I didn't think that was a good situation for sure, but after a while, hey, it turns out that I closed the case. Nobody won or lost that case. I think they were out $20 for the item that they purchased from me, and whatever money I guess was for the Keurig. But I got a Keurig machine that's just sitting there, so I could probably just throw that in a garage sale because I'm getting tired of shipping out these awkward things because I guess I tend to over package them and I put a lot of bubble wrap and then I shrink wrap them and then I put like pillows all around them and I think I do too much, which is wasting my money on shipping materials, even if I get shipping materials at a low cost. But hey, overall, mistakes do happen, and I still wanted to make sure that this customer got what they wanted, and I didn't hear back from them, so I guess everything was okay because if someone's not happy with any sale item that you have, try your best to make it work, you know what I mean? That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But I am going to get off of here unless you have any questions for me for my little live stream here. I didn't realize live streaming is mildly difficult. I guess it's difficult when you don't have anything to drink. because I don't have anything to eat or drink right now. Which is probably why I'm going to get off of here soon. But it is kind of fun interacting with everybody, and seeing how everyone's doing and learning new things, as well as hopefully you're all learning from me with different things, because my situations may be different than yours. Go eat and have a good night. All right, thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. I know you guys are just chilling and probably working. Normally, when I'm listening or watching live streams, I'm doing some eBay work. But yeah, I think Marie and Justin, you guys should do some YouTube videos. I think you should. I mean, at least a couple or so, if you're comfortable with doing that, if you want to. I'm not saying that you have to. It's just a suggestion. I mean, you already have 63 subscribers, and then 33 for Justin. I mean, that would be kind of cool. Doing paperwork when you're on. Fair enough. Having some beers right now. Hey, cheers to that. First time I caught you live, usually end up catching in the next day. Hey, thank you, Dozamin3? Dozamin3? I appreciate that. Yeah, you're having beers, and I have these. If you like cider, I think Smith and Forge makes one of the best hard ciders. I think the biggest thing that I really like is that it's 6% alcohol, so it's not like 4.2, 4.5. Jump on other people's lives. Okay, I need to learn how to do that. How's it going, E-Rich? That name is familiar. Yes, you are that great guy that was helping me out one night. Ciders are very good. You helped me out without knowing that you helped me out when you were on Nevermore Antiques channel 2 nights ago? Thursday night? Porters and stouts. I wish I could drink beer, but my body just does not like gluten for some reason. I have 3 beers and the next day is just crap. Yes, I appreciate. I think I'm saying your name right. E-Rich. You're rich. And you were saying that not everybody has their same niche, and you don't have to follow those same niches as everybody else. You know, like some people are really great with retail arbitrage, and some people are really great with just eBay, and some people can make a whole living just on eBay in one specific niche. And I think for me, I'm all over the place because I watch these guys that are buying retail arbitrage, and they're killing it. They're doing great, but I don't have that type of money. And at the same time, it's kind of boring. It is a treasure hunt, but it's not like a treasure hunt when you find something neat like a CD player, or something with nostalgia, or an antique, vintage things like that. And there's so much information throwing out there, and I really appreciate that you said that, because I was trying to find the words for it and trying to find the real feelings of that, and you made it very, very clear and perfect on that. We'll see you later. Have a good night. All right, I'll see you later, Justin. I'm gonna get off of here soon too. I just keep blabbing because people keep joining. This is cool. I appreciate it. But yeah, I solely believe in that. We all have our strengths and weaknesses, and I think we should stick to our strengths and focus on that, and branch off of that when we're comfortable there, and then just continue to learn more and more. So I'm going to cut it off there. I'm going to put out a video tomorrow. I am very glad you did too. I appreciate that. I don't know if you have content on your page. Let me go here. I probably should have checked a while ago. Yeah, you don't have any videos, but you know your stuff, man. You know your stuff. So I'm sure you get on Nevermore Antiques page quite a bit, which I will be joining in and talking with all you guys when I can. But yeah, I appreciate that, because sometimes we kind of get down on ourselves where is this really what we want to do? Do I really want all this crap in my house, all this clutter? Do I want to deal with this? So it's like we all have those moments of, oh crap. But then also there's moments of, holy crap, I just got a huge paycheck. So this is quite nice. But anyways, check out my video that's coming up. I may do Premiere because that is a new option on YouTube, and I'm sure anytime you do new options that YouTube has, they kind of help your channel out and they help you get out there. I'm sure I'll get a few more subscribers with doing that, which would be really, really cool. I'm trying to get to that 1,000, and I was kind of on the verge of should I shave my beard off for 1,000, but I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. But I appreciate every single one of you checking out my video. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining my live. I will be doing lots more lives in the upcoming